It's deadly, very deadly. Oops. Oh shit. Whoa. That's got some friggin' kick to it. Jesus. I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Alright, welcome back to another episode of Whitewater Refurbishment Restoration. I have decided to tackle the, lock mech, I guess this is what it is. I already noticed a couple things here. One, this angle here is not exactly 90 degrees. I don't know if that's normal or not. Another is that this ain't exactly 90 degrees either. So I might have to take a look. Okay, I know that Mantis makes a whole new weldment for this out of stainless steel, because they say even in the listing that this one rusts, and they are very right. But I'm going to just try and clean it up and maybe straighten it out. It's definitely a little wonky. Clean everything, clean the optos, maybe reflow the optos. There's two wires on that one lug there. Well, probably the same on the other side, yep. Okay, well, that's the goal. Clean this up, straighten it out, test it out, and here's the other part. Right here. Oops, right here. Throw in a new sleeve, of course. Make sure that that is the correct sleeve length, because it looks a little long. But yeah, someone has actually already been in this mech, because two of the screws were Robertson screws. So I don't know what they did or why, but I'm gonna try and make it right. The solder on there looks a little bit sketchy. I think look at that. I'm going to redo the solder on that as well. I'll check the manual and see what things are supposed to look like, and the Mantis weldment on their website. Alright, that's what I'm going to tackle. I'll be back. Okay, got the manual out here, and you can see from this photo here that that angle is actually okay. That is the way that's supposed to be. But here, where the coil sits in, which is here, that angle is definitely not correct. So, looks like somebody bent that. I don't know what they were trying to solve, but here to here is supposed to be perpendicular, right here. And I did pull up the, let's see. This was number 11. The coil tubing. Pulled up that part number. I didn't even look at the Mantis thing, actually. I guess I didn't really need to. And it is 2 1/16 inch sleeve. That's what I pulled out of there. I think it was probably the right size, but if all the other ones were black, then maybe it was replaced. It is a little bit longer. So, I don't know, let's look for fun. I resoldered this guy on. He's on nice and happy now. But just for fun, let's see if this was a little bit longer. If I can get that out. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it was a little bit longer. I thought so. Okay, let's pop that back in there. Okay, so that is all happy now. Okay, now I guess I need to clean all this up, bend that into place, de-rustify things. This guy got cleaned up as best as I could. There's a little bit of rust that I couldn't quite get off, but it's all clean and happy. So moving on to the ball popper and opto assembly. Okay, it's actually been like a couple days since that last clip there. So I've come down to my basement to take a look at this bracket here. This is the piece that was bent. And I did straighten it out, but it kind of moved a little too easy for my liking. So upon close examination, you can see the hairline crack there, and then one over there. So the constant banging of the coil, like this, over time, must have just weakened that metal to the point that it cracked, and then it eventually just started bending up. So I was talking to Kerry from Mantis Pinball today. I sent him kind of this photo. I was just asking him a little bit about it. But I could order all this metal stuff from Mantis. They have it, stainless steel. I am going to get the Mantis protectors for the ramps. But instead of ordering this whole new assembly, I am heading over to Kevin Graisley's right now, and he's going to weld this up for me tonight at work. I better get over there because he's going to be heading off to work shortly. But yeah, I just thought I'd do a quick little update on what's going on with this ball popper here. So once I get it back, maybe tomorrow or whenever, then I will show you what it looks like. All right, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I'm back from Kevin's. Dropped off that weldment, and he's gonna try and fix it up for me. Okay, there's a lot of miscellaneous things that I've been doing. I'll see if I can remember them all. Okay, for one, I just got a text there. I'll have to check that out in a minute. I used my Dremel to smooth out that area there. It was a little bit sharp. Oh, and on the top side right there too, and on the underside. So those were a couple areas, and in that groove there I just had to smooth out, make sure the ball travel is good. I'm gonna obviously clean this up, just haven't got there yet. Okay, then I had a whole list of things when I came down I wanted to check on. Okay, so one was, so when I was watching Arcade Crusade, did I mention that, maybe I'll zoom out so it's a little less choppy. I was watching Arcade Crusade and I saw you put a different coil on that side. It's the first I ever heard of that, because I haven't read the 128 pages of whitewater stuff on Pinside. So I looked into it, and sure enough, apparently it was a mistake in the manual, and it's really supposed to be a different coil than the FL11629, or this is 630. I think the right's supposed to be 629. I'll have to double check that. But the left is on FL15411. So I came down, I wanted to see if I had one before I ordered it, because we're doing a mark order right now. Me and Kevin, Rob Noel, Corey Cook, and Rick York. Shout out to all y'all. We're doing a bulk Marco order. But what I don't have to order is my FL15411 coil. I don't know where this came from, but it looks barely used. And yeah, so that should be good to go. I'll do a new sleeve, of course. That one's a little crusty. So I also went hunting, and look what else I found. 3 white Williams logo flipper bats. So I don't need to, I can take them off my order. Also, I wanted to see what Cliffies I got in my set, so I busted it open. I've got the 2 boulders. I've got the upper playfield Cliffy, and this is for disaster drop ramp, I think. Is that what that is? I got the improved one? I didn't think I got the improved one, actually. Is that the one that goes here? Oh, look at that. Between that and ordering the Mantis protectors, I'm going to be bulletproof. Okay, cool. So, because I wasn't sure if I ordered everything I wanted, if I needed to get any more Cliffies, but looks like a year ago or however long I ordered these, I got what I needed, so that's good. This is just shrapnel from the last. There's the piece of the subway, old socket. This is replacing the sleeves for this, of course. So this guy's ready to go, all soldered up. I just gotta wait to get everything back. And so yeah, see if Kerry from Mantis replies back and lets me know what else he spotted on my weldment that was an issue, and if he points it out to me and it's something that Kevin can fix while he's got his welding gear out at work, then maybe I can see if Kevin can touch that up, but it should be solid when I get that back. Okay, also, hope I'm not moving the camera around too much and causing you to throw up. I did change my inlanes to blue LEDs. I thought that was a nice touch. I saw Arcade Crusade do that, and I thought that it was a nice little touch. And then I put a couple rubbers on here. Not needed, but it's kind of cute. What else have I done? What else have I done? Let's check my list here. Let's see. Oh, I want to test the mine kick out, make sure it's kicking out where it should. Middle of the right flipper. Pop LED rings. Oh yeah, I was gonna look. I had a couple pop bumper LED rings, but they're red, so they wouldn't work. Rubbers on the apron post. Blue inlane LEDs. Boulder Cliffies. Check other coils are correct. Oh yeah, the other coils are correct, like in the other mechs under the playfield. And I might want to add boulder lights for the back big boulders. So just a bunch of miscellaneous crap I've been checking and making sure I've got what I need moving forward. I've got so much crap on order, and it's adding up real quick. I've got mods from Judge Dredd. I've got the art blades from where is that from? I forget now. Is it Little Shop of Games? Or that's where I got the boulders from. I've got Mantis going to be ordered soon. Marco for miscellaneous parts. And I feel like I got new ramps, or new used ramps from Mike Wong. That's 6 things. And I feel like I'm missing something for sure. What is it? What am I missing? I know it's something. I'll remember when I'm not thinking about it. Anyway, so I'm going to plug away, clean up this for the arrival of the other half, hopefully tomorrow. And I could possibly get into rebuilding flippers. Check that other coil. Let's see. Is the right coil upper right flipper? Lower right flipper. Can you see this? FL1629. Lower right flipper. 11629. That's what I thought. And this is 630. So in theory, both of those coils are wrong. Somebody replaced them both. I don't know if 30 is stronger or weaker. I always forget. But maybe they're stronger, and that explains why this is a thing and this is the thing. I've got the correct ones coming from Marco, so I might beef up these holes a little bit with some. They're probably stripped, so I might add some toothpick and glue. We'll see. But yeah, anyway, I think we're all caught up now. I'm gonna continue on. I'll keep you posted. Alright, I got this mech disassembled. It'll allow me to really clean it up properly. I'll check for any bad welds or broken or cracks. Oh, is there a crack there? Maybe. I'll investigate closer. Got the optos off, I can clean them up nicely. And even the screw heads, some of them are a little rusty, so take my wire brush, Dremel wire attachment to those, and clean them up. There's one that's really crusty. There we go. Yeah. So I'll clean that guy up next. Alright, got this all back together again. Shined up real nice. Using my, what is it, purple or maroon green scrubby. There's the screws are all happy now. Inside, all shiny. This is the wire brush adapter for the screws. Could probably hit that last one up a little bit better now that all the screws are in. But yeah, so clean the optos with rubbing alcohol and Q-tips. What I'll do is probably plug this guy in and test it, just make sure those optos are good. The solder is good, so I didn't feel the need to reflow them. Yeah, okay, well, we'll move on to the next thing. Alright, we're in switch test, and just for fun, there's that side. I don't know if you can hear that, but, and then the other side. Should probably test with actual balls, but optos are good. Okay, was just checking things over, and look at this. This ball popper cup is actually missing 2 fins. So I checked over my lost mine. That guy looks like it's got all its fins. So, good thing I didn't place my Marco order yet, because look what I found. Ball popper cup, $4. That is number 5 on the manual, which is part number. No, it's not. It is, sorry, number 8. And that is 03-8561. So pop that into Marco, and boom, I gotta go add that to my order now. Oh, and just for fun, this is the Mantis remake in stainless steel of the whole ball popper assembly pieces. It's, oh, I thought it said it was less than $128.99 when before I clicked on it. Let's go, where did that end up? How did that end up even popping up? Anyway, I thought it was $109, but I guess it's $130. But I think if you buy direct from Mantis, it's more like $94. But yeah, so I'm hoping to not have to purchase this. Kind of looks a little bit different, but maybe that's, oh, that's probably just the shadow. These shadows here are kind of tricking me. Yeah, that's just the shadow. Okay, anyway, so there is that option if one needs. Hopefully I do not. I think a good goal today would be to rebuild the flippers. I think that's what I'm going to do, but this is not those, obviously. That is last bits of this whole mech here. Those go here. I'm going to clean that up, kind of clean the inside of the wood, the playfield there. The less carbon dust left after my shop job, the better. So I'll do those little things, and then probably see if I can do some flipper action. I better check, see if I've got all the parts actually, and if I don't, I better order them. There we go, doesn't that look better? That rubber is actually blue now instead of black, so that little piece of the puzzle is now complete. Alright, check it out. I bought these for, I might have had a game in mind, maybe Addams Family, I forget. But they are going to go on whitewater. Aren't they friggin' nice and shiny? They're a little more pricey, but not that crazy pricey. It's so just plug and play. This is a Pinball Life I got these from, so I mean, it's just so much easier. And for an extra few bucks, I don't mind. The upper flipper, I have this I found, which is the correct pawl and plunger link assembly. I'm almost certain I have a coil stop. I know I have a sleeve. I pretty much guarantee I have an end of stroke switch. So I'll just rebuild the upper flipper. But the lower flippers will get the full treatment. And then of course I'll put on the FL15411 on the left side. So I guess that's what I'm going to do next. Alright, so I have removed all the flipper stuff and cleaned up the area a little bit. Actually, it's still pretty dirty up there. I should do that after. But it's a little bit wet just because I was cleaning there. So it's much better than it was. And yeah, I think... oh yeah, I wanted to show you the shrapnel that I removed here. That's pretty nasty. It's about as carbony as you can get. The plunger tip isn't actually that bad. So I think what happened here is that someone thought the flippers weren't working very well and just changing the coils would solve the problem. But it's very often not the coil's fault. But you can see the coil stops are definitely concave and just nasty in general. Yike. And here's the whole flipper base. So check this out. Missing 2 nuts for the bushing there. So yeah, that's the one side, and the other side pretty similar. Just it looks like maybe it was lubricated at one point, which is never good. And some yellowing here, so that maybe there was a bad coil, because why is that yellowed and looks like it's burnt? So that ain't a good sign. Also, oh, look at that, missing a nut and a screw in that bushing there. So all in all, just well worn, nasty, and time for nice and shiny to happen. Yeah, love this almost plug and play way of doing it. I need to solder about 3 wires for each coil. Maybe I'll do that first. I'm not sure yet. And then this is the right end of stroke switch wires, and the left. It actually has 2 on one lug and 1 on the other. So, all right, back to work. All right, flipper number 1 is installed. It's looking good. Everything's all soldered up. And I haven't tightened my flipper bat yet. I'm gonna wait till the other one's installed. Get my spacing tools out, align them as perfectly as I can get them, and crank on them, tighten them up. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna go take a dinner break. Then I'll come back and also give my back a little bit of a rest and do the right side. All right, back down here and working on the flippers. As you can see, this is my strategy for getting them spaced correctly. I got my little alignment tools underneath the shaft there, and I tape it on. So when I lift the playfield, they don't fall out, all right? And then this particular style game has little holes here. You stick in your toothpicks, line up your flippers like so, and then crank everything down. Oh shit, okay. Let's try this again. The old one-handed is never good. But yeah, there's what everything looks like. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm very happy with it. Cleaned up the up top there a little bit too. So now for my least favorite part, tightening and aligning flippers, but hopefully it'll go smooth. All right, I will be back. Okay. All right, finished with the flipper rebuild. that's what it looks like underneath. Nothing really much has changed. I did tidy up some of the wiring, added some zip ties. From the previous work, it was a little sloppy. It's much better now. And let's see if I can show the... oh boy, it's never a good idea. Okay, here we go. This is fine. Okay. And here we go. Oh, there's a nasty glare there. Is that this light? No, it's my other light. Okay, we'll just ignore that. But that looks pretty darn good. Super crispy white flipper bats, and that blue flipper rubber I chose is a perfect match. There's a lighter blue, but I like these. I like them a lot. It just, oh, it's a beautiful thing. And the alignment I'm pretty happy with. Pretty straight down the rail here, both sides, like so. Honestly, the left is probably like 0.5 millimeter higher than the right, and I'm slightly perturbed about it, but I am not adjusting it, because once you crank those, Paul's closed, just, you know, you're literally squeezing the metal together, and you don't really want to try and loosen it and tighten it and loosen it and tighten it. I think I always want to just try and get it right the first time, and it's not flawless, but oh shit, it's pretty effing good. Pretty effing good. So if for any reason I can't live with it, then I will fix it. But right now I am super stoked about how that came out. I did have to adjust this one a little bit because that's a lot of up and down play, more than I wanted really, but it was snagging a little bit. I don't even love that all that much, but it should be fine. They're nice, snappy, going back with the return springs, so I'm done for now. If for any reason they give me any trouble in the future, then I will address it then, but I think I should be good to go. Alright, here's what everything looks like illuminated, but the only reason I did that and turned on the machines because I want to test the mine kick out. From what I read, like often it's misaligned and it hits the metal guide. Looks like mine is in nice shape, so maybe it never had that issue, but we want it to be on the flipper somewhere, so let's give her a try. Whoa! Did that hit the slingshot post here? Oh, that did seem like it hit the metal here, didn't it? Let's feed it from the whirlpool. That's going to be more likely the path that it's going to take. Hey, what's up with you? Oh, okay. I've got a... that should be good. And yeah, so it's more likely gonna, like, you don't fire the ball into the mine, what is it even called? Lost mine. That often. It's more likely you're gonna be getting in there from here. I think that hit the, whoops, that's cabinet. Where are you? Okay. Yeah, I gotta look at this again. Yeah, it is hitting that metal. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out if I can adjust that, because that's not cool. Not cool at all. Oh, I think Buddy said one thing you can do is change the coil itself and reduce the power. I got a couple ideas. But hey, there's my blue in-lane LEDs. Pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna work on that kick out, and I'll be back. Here's the website. It's flippers.be. That has the information about lots of different bits of info about white water specifically. So the two solutions they suggest here are loosen the screws of the kick-out assembly, adjust its position, often that will not solve it, or replace the coil with an AE 261200, which I could do. But yeah, so oh yeah, just talking about the topper bulbs. They're not your typical 555s. They're 12 volt number 194s, and I guess Jim Wilkes put in LEDs that were 12 volt, but they melted, so you had to get a special type from Comet Pinball. So I'm gonna have to look into that and maybe ask Jim, why did the regular 12 volt LEDs melt, and why did you need special 12 volt LEDs from Comet? Let me know if you hear me. Alright, so it's normal that the pinball hits the playfield with a hard shot on the left ramp. Insanity Falls. Alright, well, now launch the pinball and play this game. Well, not quite ready to do that yet, but I'm going to adjust that mine kick out. Okay, well, as expected, loosening the mech and trying to adjust it didn't yield any results, so I did find a 23-1200 coil, and I've stuck it in there. This is the old one. And what was not mentioned in that bit of information there, that I've seen anyway, or that I noticed, is that it doesn't say to watch out for diode or no diode. This had a diode on it, so I cut that off last minute. And this is a no diode coil. And I double checked over at this guy here, also no diode. So I think if there's a diode on there and there's not supposed to be, it just goes up in smoke. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I don't feel no, I don't feel any diodes there either on the slingshots. Alright, so honestly, I don't know if I have high hopes for this. It's going to be weaker for sure, but is it going to be too weak? I may end up putting the other coil back on. We don't know yet. Let's put down the playfield. I'll be right back. Okay, so I just kind of leveled the front of the playfield here. Make sure that was... What's blinking? My GI and the back box are kind of just flickering. Did it stop? It stopped. Okay. I actually did read about people saying that you really need the LED OCD board for the inserts and the GI on this game. I don't see why if using non-ghosting LEDs, but time will tell. Okay, so let's see what happens here. We'll go to the side, drop the ball into the whirlpool. Okay, that kind of hit right about here. Still got a good ump to it, so it's not too weak. It's all just almost hitting that. That's going to bounce into here, into the slingshot. It's going to be deadly every time. I mean, he's saying that it should bounce over to the other flipper. Now, that would be an ideal kick out. I don't know if I remember playing many or any whitewaters that had that nice of a feed. But at the rate it's going now, it's not hitting the metal, so I'm happy with that. But it is going to be banging into the slingshot, which is deadly, very deadly. Oops. Oh shit. Whoa. That's got some friggin' kick to it. Jesus. Why the hell are you so friggin'... That's incredible. I know I cleaned the mech and everything, but it shouldn't be launching the ball into orbit. Maybe it has something to do with this ramp being a little bit wonky. Huh. Jeez, yeah, that, I guess I'm going to have to remedy that as well. That's the same coil, 27-1200. But, look at this, like it friggin', we lost it. We lost another one. Okay, here we go. Watch this hit the friggin', damn. That is not cool, but it's kind of fun to watch, but maybe when everything is assembled, do you think that would change anything? I don't know, because maybe that's why the ball gate was mangled, because the ball was launching into the air and smashing into the gate. Or is this roof here prevent that from happening? Maybe that's what that is. Or does it go the other way? How does this go again? Yeah, it goes like that. So I don't see how the... I could try a sample like that, but no. Okay, well, that's definitely food for thought. I'll have to put that on my list. As for the kick out, I guess it's better, but I mean, you go in that whirlpool a lot. And every time you do, oh, that one kicked out okay. If you come out and hit into the sling, that's going to make for a deadly, deadly game. But at least it's not hitting the metal. That is the main concern I had. So that fix ain't too bad. Alright, I'll leave it like that for now. Alright, so I kind of gave the flippers a little bit of a test, and they seem to be working fine. Again, that they're not as perfectly aligned as I'd like. We'll see if that drives me crazy and I end up changing them just a little bit. But yeah, so just kind of wondering what else I can do now that I'm waiting for a lot of parts. There's only so much I can do. I could totally get into this upper playfield, but I don't think I have enough time and motivation left to work on this. I'm getting close to wrapping it up. I'm gonna putter away for a little bit. I did clean up these guys, and it got me thinking about when I cleaned this. I did scrub it really good, and this isn't stainless steel, so if I don't really clear coat that, that might get rusty again. But that's kind of, yeah, or I could go get it nickel plated, but yeah, no, so I don't know. I could add a little clear to the top if I really wanted to try and preserve that, but yeah, I think that is why it kind of rusted in the first place, because it wasn't stainless. But anyway, I am going to, yeah, I can't do anything with the apron yet because I can't install these because I don't have my gate. So that's all on a standstill. I'm not going to do really much with the ramps till I get the used ones from Mike Wong on Thursday, which is a few days from now. Then I can kind of compare, like if I like his, what is that one called? The Insanity Falls? If I like his better than mine, then there's no point in cleaning up this one, so we'll wait till I get his stuff. I could probably clean up the wire form, but what I'm going to do is, for sure, I'm not getting one of these, so I'm going to clean this guy up. Pretty filthy. Yeah, look at that. That's 30 years worth of ball track there. And yeah, clean this guy up. Is this the switch that wasn't working? It might be. I think it is. So now's a perfect time to make sure that is functional. Alright, so I'll do all that. And yeah, should clean up nicely. Alright, that turned out really nice actually. Magic eraser and water for the initial cleanse. And then finish it off with the Novus, a fresh, clean cloth. So that'll do. And time to test the switch, install whatever hardware I can install, and then install the switch. That piece will be done. Alright, I'm going to deal with this ramp. So this is the original ramp protector that came with the Williams. As you can see, it didn't do a wonderful job. This is the improved one from Cliffy. Okay, so it goes like that. Definitely looks better. Got a little edge over there, so that's nice. my holes are kind of cracked and everything is just not stable there. So I've cut this piece of Lexan and I'm gonna put it here, like so. Okay, mark the holes just to beef up that area. Drill holes through there. Then instead of using the wood screws to go through here, I'm going to put this like so, that underneath, and then use a couple like machine screws and nuts and see if that works. Maybe, hopefully there's enough room to get a nut underneath there. Let's see. I mean, it's really close to the edge, so maybe that's part of the problem. No, I think I could probably pull that off. So that's my theory anyway. We'll report back. Okay, so I just dry fit my ramp in place here. So this is what this side's going to look like. This is the factory ramp protector that did a good job on this side. Just kind of set that there. And then let's slip over to the other side. There is the Cliffy protector. So as you can see, it kind of wraps around the front there, and then the Mantis protector will go there, and that will, I mean, there's no future damage possible really, because there's nothing left of the front of that ramp to damage. But so I guess the Mantis protector is going to be protecting nothing really. It's going to be, I guess, mostly cosmetic, partially protection, and partially cosmetic really. Same with the other side. But yeah, so I'm actually pretty thrilled about how that came to be, or turned out, I guess I should say. But check this out. Knowing I have to wait for like a month for parts allows me to just kind of take my time and do all the little tedious things. But yeah, here it is. So there's a little piece of Lexan that I cut. Found 2 screws and 2 lock nuts, so that is actually on there secure. If I had just secured it to the ramp itself, they would have just flopped right off. So there, that is my little fix for that side of the ramp. Okay, well, that's coming along. I might actually be able to install that ramp possibly when I'm done, but I have to work on the switch. It's completely off the ramp, so I can just plug it in, give it a test, and see what the problem was, because I'm pretty sure that's the one that had the issue. Alright, check it out. Disaster Drop is officially installed. So we got the screw there, ramp screws. Oh, the switch tested out perfectly fine. It's working. There's 1 screw there, so I don't know. I didn't test it with the ball in, I tested it just with the switch connected, but yeah, look at that. Oops. Disaster Drop. Let's zoom out a little bit. Is good to go. Oh. There we go. Let's see if we can throw a ball up there. Boom. Yeah, I like it. Nice and smooth. That's great. Woo! Whoopsie. What's a little bit? Oh yeah, maybe once that's... Did I not secure that back screw? Maybe I did not. Okay, well, that's why you test these things. Anyway, I think this is a good spot to wrap up this episode. Time to, take a break, come back at it tomorrow, see what else I can figure out to do. Maybe I'll start on the upper playfield. That's probably the good task when I got a fresh start at it. Alright, well, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.